So I think that's an important argument to make, is that in a debate, Piers Morgan with Ben Shapiro, here, let's see if I can play a little bit of it. I don't have that screen share thing yet. I should get that.
You for saying that. It's absurd. It's ridiculous.
Let me ask you again. What is the point of a civilian having an AR-15 assault weapon?
The point of a civilian having an AR-15 assault weapon, many of them are ex-military, right? I mean, I have military friends, and I don't have a problem with Colin Powell owning an AR-15 assault weapon.
And what is the point of a civilian owning them?
It depends on the civilian. If it's a criminal, they shouldn't own them.
No, forget criminals and mentally ill people.
No, but you can't separate that out.
An average civilian
who hasn't
got a criminal record or is mentally ill, why do they need one?
To protect against the possibility of eventual government tyranny. This was the purpose of the Second Amendment originally. It remains the purpose of the Second Amendment now. And pretending that governments have never gone usurpacious before from a
When he says to protect against the possibility of government tyranny, there's two ways you could think about that. You could say, oh, the possibility of an event actually occurring where government brings tyranny upon us, even though they're incrementally doing it all the time. The second way to look at it, and it's the way I look at it, well, I look at it both ways, but think about it this way too. To guard against the possibility. It's already guarding against that possibility, and that's why it can only happen incrementally here and there. And that's why there's a second American Revolution going on, and it's really quiet and chill, and it's peaceful right now. And let's keep it that way. And our politicians who supposedly represent us, but they're actually representing corporations and special interests, because our Constitution has been basically metaphorically torn to shreds. Our politicians need to represent us, because basically the era of political representation is dead, because look what it's gotten us. Does that mean we need like a direct democracy? No, that means we need to go back to having a republic, because there's certain things that are not up to vote. You can't vote that black people have to sit in the back of the bus. You can't vote that we can't have the right to defend ourselves, and that only military agents or government agents or police are the ones that have guns, because that means there's an elite group of people that are controlling us. We need to get back to a situation where we, as a people, make proper decisions for ourselves. And every time we make decisions that are like, oh, there's somebody doing this, we just need to pass a law that makes that illegal. It's the belief that putting people into a system of punishment and like basically ruining their lives in certain ways, even if it's just getting a speeding ticket, that can be hundreds of dollars. There's people, if you go to Van Nuys Courthouse in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles, every day there's hundreds and hundreds of people lined up out the door. And these people, you can tell by the way they're dressed, by the cars that they're coming in. I don't think that they have millions of dollars, and I believe that these tickets screw people over. I've personally, what do I mean by screw people over? It puts you in a financial burden for months and months and months. When there's no injured party, it's all a scam to raise revenue for the government. Everybody knows this. We have this elite group of people going around preying upon us. Just like it says in the Declaration of Independence, they send forth hither swarms of officers to eat out our sustenance. That's paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact words. But check it. You should read the Declaration of Independence and see how much our current government resembles what we fought against. That's why Alex Jones told Piers Morgan, he said, you guys already tried this. You're a redcoat. Now they have a bunch of people coming over here and slowly but surely telling us that we should not be able to have semi-automatic weapons or assault rifles. Don't even make me go there right now. Let's see if there's anything more pertinent in this.
Do you really believe your own government is going to turn on you in a way that you require
an
AR-15 to challenge them? This is what you really believe is going to happen.
It may not turn on me. It may not turn on my children.
Is that what you think?
It may not turn on me. It may not turn on my children. But the fact is this: history is replete with democracies going tyrannical. It has happened. It happened in France in the 19th century. It happened in Spain in the last century. It happened in Germany. It happened in Italy. It has happened repeatedly throughout history. It happened in Japan.
The reason we cannot remove AR-15 assault weapons is because the threat of your own government turning on you in a tyrannical way.
It is yes. It is
because that is your position.
It is because there are countervailing rights.
Do you guys remember in around? Let's see. When was it? Was it 2004 when the Clinton assault rifle ban expired? Do you remember when lower receivers for AR-15s first went on sale? I'm trying to remember exactly when it was. This was super, super important. And at first, people thought it was only going to last for a few months, and they were buying them up. And it's been a few years now that you can get these. And I wonder how many millions of them have been manufactured and sold. These guys don't like that. They are very unhappy. They're directly targeting that. They want to go after that. Let's say we do ban them and get rid of the manufacture of them. There's already been millions made. That means that all of them are going to be on the black market, unless, of course, unless they have like a grandfather clause and stuff like that. But what is that going to do? That's just going to mean there's going to be millions out there. So that fulfills the argument. Well, let's make it harder. It's such a messy issue, and the premise of their argument is so faulty because the truth is much more subtle. So again, protect your family.
And responsibilities. And
Okay.
Piers, I don't understand why we can't come to why can't we come to an agreement about reasonable law? You just want to demagogue the issue.
You have made your point crystal clear. People aren't stupid. They can make up their own minds. Ben Shapiro.
People aren't stupid. They can make up their own minds. But yet, we shouldn't be allowed to own military-style assault weapons. It's a rifle. It's a little 223. You can make a AR-15 platform is badass. You can make a thumper out of it. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. So I can understand why they don't like that, because just a few Jews were able to hold off a bunch of Nazis for a few days with only a handful of guns. So look up Hitler gun control. The first article that came up is this article that's like, oh, it's all BS. Hitler never passed any gun control against the Jews. So now I'm majorly on this hunt. I got my dad looking through his books. He's got stacks and stacks of books on this. I found another website that actually has the laws written out where Jews are forbidden from the manufacture, carrying, and possession of firearms. So literally, you go on Google, the first hit is a story that tells you like, oh, it's all BS. Hitler never stopped the Jews from getting guns. They didn't pass their first gun legislation until 1938. So that means that if Hitler came in, why didn't he just like immediately do a gun ban? All their arguments are like so base because they're totalitarian people and they don't understand like why you can't just come in and do it. Because deaths occur. And I don't think they mind that. And that's why they're willing to perpetrate things at schools and at movie theaters in order to bring about their point. Because they think they're going to save lives in the future. Maybe, if you think that they're actually telling the truth about their argument. But I think it's about control. Australia doesn't have their weapons. Britain doesn't have their weapons. Everybody's been disarmed. There is a global government. It's called the United Nations. Read some of their founding documents. Read some of the white papers founding all these institutions. There's plenty of information out there. This used to be all conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory. But everything's coming out. Chemtrails, geoengineering. You got videos. I saw live and recorded the video of Dick Morris saying years ago, wow, the conspiracy theorists are right. They are trying to execute this. I mean, we all know that certain things are imminent and certain things develop. The whole point is, as we develop into more of a globally meshed community, do we maintain our freedom, or do we become some like technocrat, scientifically based, emotionless society where life is not valued? Every individual is important, and we need to guard against that. And the Second Amendment is one of the surest ways to protect the other amendments. This is a para ordinance, 45. I'm in California. It's only a 10-round magazine. It's a gun made in Canada. And thank you, Canada, for producing such an awesome firearm.